It's really impossible to measure the impact of someone like Dr. Pelcovitz.
While we were growing up, my father wasn't like the Dr. David Pelcovitz yet. He was the director of psychology at North Shore.
One of Dr. Pelcovitz's areas of expertise is trauma. When 9/11 happened, Dr. Pelcovitz sat on the committee that determined the criteria for post-traumatic stress disorder in children. His work was not limited to the Orthodox Jewish community, but to the broader mental health community as well.
So his first introduction to YU was through Yisrael Levitz and the Pastoral Psych program.
What Dr. Pelcovitz did was translate psychological concepts in a way that Jewish educators could not only learn it, but own it and bring it into their work in their classrooms.
He has a role of helping those who need help. And he has a role in helping train the rabbis who are giving the help.
That course was constructed from scratch by Dr. Pelcovitz. There was no precedent of a course like that for rabbis.
Do you know what is one of the most difficult skills for a rabbi to develop? The skill of being quiet. Dr. Pelcovitz has taught us again and again how important it is sometimes just to sit there.
He does not teach educators or rabbis to be psychologists. He doesn't teach them to be therapists. He teaches them to be better rabbis and better educators by virtue of understanding the psychology of human beings.
My great-grandfather really supported my grandfather in pursuing his career goals.
My father, towards the very end of his life, people would come just to speak to him, and then he'd pull me into it. We would see people together in that way, and there was something very special about that.
I was there once when they were meeting, and to watch like their two minds bouncing off each other was an amazing thing.
Because of the fact that he grew up in a rabbinic home, that he has such love and reverence for Torah.
He's looked up to by rabbis everywhere, from Lakewood, New Jersey, to Brooklyn, to the YU world.
He's given voice to victims and created an opportunity for people to get help when they otherwise wouldn't have.
It's easy to forget that he is a father, and he is a grandfather, and he is a husband, and he is a son.
My entire life, just saying the name Pelcovitz made people say, oh, Pelcovitz, that name sounds familiar. Are you related to Dr. Pelcovitz? And the only way I could describe it is that I would swell with pride.
In addition to being a world-class psychologist who seems to have all the right answers, Dr. Pelcovitz is fun, and he is funny, and is always there to help in any way that he can.
Growing up, it got to a point where every time something impactful happened, usually negative in the Jewish community, we knew already that he was going to get a call.
And he has a very, very, very calming presence.
He has a way of kind of being able to make even the most significant issue that comes up feel like, okay, I got this.
David's bar mitzvah, my father-in-law was the rabbi of the shul, and the bracha he gave was that he hoped that he was giving the world a good listener.
He has the compassion and he has the ability to help us understand what we can do, even when things seem impossible.
He filled this role that I don't know if anyone knew needed filling, and now that it's filled, it was like, of course, how could we not have had that?
Dr. Pelcovitz, words will never express how grateful I am. And I speak on behalf of the many, many rabbis. I have no doubt in my mind that our community has benefited so much from your incredible wisdom, and there is no way to know how many lives literally have been saved, directly or indirectly, because of all that you have taught us.
Mazel tov, Dr. Pelcovitz.
Mazel tov, representing all the grandchildren.
Mazel tov, Abba. We're so proud of you. We're so grateful to have you.
And wishing you a huge mazel tov on this very well-deserved honor. And we love you.